This team is going to take on the identity of this city, all right? And the city's been down, and it found a way to get up, all right? It's found a way to overcome adversity, all right? And so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
What is going on, everyone? Good afternoon. It is let me make sure I'm not too loud, the Gridiron Blitz, and we are back, man. The return of Spike Kool-Aid. Shout out to Micro Mike and Raw Detroit. Said I should just keep the name and roll with the old school joint. What's up, James? What's up, big dog? What's up? So we're going to chop it up for a little bit. Vast Star was in the building. Right now, we looking at daily, man. I finally have found my place. Somebody has to undo the Matthew Stafford narrative. And not in a bad way. Okay? But just in a general way. It's time to put Detroit on the map. I know Woodward Sports is doing it, but Woodward Sports, they got a little bit of media in there. Okay? We from the dirt. I deserve every blessing I receive. I'm from the dirt. All right? So we doing this, man. We doing it right now. We doing it every day. We going to find something to talk about. All right? Now, I want to introduce a new segment to the show. The last half hour of the show, we're going to talk about NFL topics. I got 3 of them I want to talk about. So this is a Detroit Lions podcast, but I'm just giving you fair warning. Last 30 minutes, we're going to chop it up about the NFL in general. I love talking about my team. I love connecting with y'all. All right? James is in the building. We got Steelers Nation 412. Raiders expecting a re-sign Carr for $40 million. I saw that. I did see that. Raw Detroit's in the building. Roman with the sell the team icon. I see you. Vash is here as well. It's all good, Vash. Enjoy your day, young man. You didn't know I was coming on. I know I was coming on, but I'm here. So I appreciate everyone who takes the time out to talk and chop it up. So I got a couple topics today. And one of them I saw, we was talking about this during the season. And this article is on FanSided. We're going to talk about Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, what's up, Just? What's going on, Justin? Do you think Christian Kirk will be a good fit for the Detroit Lions? Now, I know Raw Detroit, Arizona Cardinals fan, Detroit Lions fan, he knows a little bit about Christian Kirk. Detroit could be looking at Christian Kirk in free agency. Beantown, what's up, Bobby? Yeah, man, I was thinking of Billy and Jimmy yesterday, man. So it's time to talk about this team, man. And one of the topics is free agency wide receivers. But can we do this real quick, though? Let's go back to a topic we talked about yesterday. Because the narrative is never going to die, man. I saw the Cincinnati Bengals fans were waiting on their team to come back from the airport with a loss. Okay? With the loss. In addition to that, we talked about it yesterday. The Detroit Lions, I did this yesterday. In Detroit, the viewership for the Super Bowl was the highest under Cincinnati. The highest under Cincinnati. Okay? Oh, let me go back real quick. This is going to be all over the place today. I want all my content creators out there. There is a fake YouTube site. When you Google YouTube, the original YouTube, the actual YouTube, might not even pop up first. Okay? So make sure that you are looking at the actual YouTube site and not the one that they have created to try to hack your account. Okay? It's a lot of stuff to talk about, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. Raw Detroit says, well, before that, Beantown says, Patriots have shown interest in Kirk too, Grit. Yeah. I think I saw that too, Beantown. Raw Detroit says Kirk is a burner as well. Had a great season with the Cardinals. Yeah, my thing is how much would he cost, though? That's what I want to know. I know, Raw Detroit, we talked about it during the season. What's up, Porter says, Lions fan here from Ireland. Don't let them grind you down. You will never walk alone. Someday our day will come. I appreciate that, bro. I love to hear about fans from all over the world. All over the world, man. Because, what's up, Patty? Because it brings us together. I went to California and I saw all of these people. I didn't get one Rams house. All I got was go Lions. What's up, Roy? What's going on, man? Got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got to talk about Jared Goff. We got to talk about the receiving core. And we got to talk about everything Detroit Lions, man. Now, I want to talk about this, too. It's been coming out, and Sports Illustrated, 97 won the ticket. All of these guys are saying that Brad Holmes might have been a little okey doke, might have had a little worky with the Rams. My Lions fans out there, do you think that Brad Holmes sent Matthew Stafford? Y'all ever seen that Master P movie? I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. Do you think that Brad Holmes hooked this boy up and it was a little okey doke going on there, where Brad Holmes sent Matthew Stafford to L.A.? Oh, Beantown, they got to be in stock, big dog. I forgot about you, man. Trust me, I got a lot to mail out. Hey, where my membership at, big dog? Where my thing at, man? No, I'm just messing with you, Bobby. So, do y'all think that Brad Holmes sent Matthew Stafford to L.A. to hook them up? I'm going to say no. That's kind of dumb to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because, yeah, he could have sent them to Carolina. But do you think that Brad Holmes wanted the legacy that's going to follow us around for the next 50, 60 years by sending him to L.A.? You think he thought they was going to win a Super Bowl? I don't think so. And I think that's dumb, and that's just desperate to even bring that up. James says, I think all this Stafford love and Detroit slander will make the Fords put out a better product. They got one more year before they don't get no more money from me. Well, James, I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy to hear that, bro. Because I have said that I'm giving them this regime. That is all. They have this regime to keep the Gridiron Blitz as a fan. Now, of course, I'm going to love my team, man. But it's like one of them bad relationships. You got to distance yourself from the situation. Sometimes they don't know what they got till it's gone. And sometimes it's better to love somebody from afar. That's what I'm saying, James. James says, no, how does it benefit him? Patty says, why would Brad Holmes hurt his own job? Exactly. Chief Adam in the building. What's up, big dog? Says, NFL set it up for the Rams to win, though. That's facts. And that's the point. That's the point. Roman says, Grid, the Lions should trade for Brandon Cooks. Him and Goff have great chemistry. Well, I'm trying to figure out what did he do this season. At least Josh Reynolds stepped up and did something. But I think that's stupid to me. Why would Brad Holmes send Matthew Stafford? He could have sent them to Carolina. He could have sent them. So he did them a solid so he can look like a fool. What's up, Ace? What's going on with you, man? Y'all remember that Cosby Show episode? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That's just stupid. That's just stupid to me. And I'm going to say no. But that's 97 won the ticket for you. And that's the type of narrative they try to push out. They're saying right now it looks like that he hooked this boy up. So he can look like Boo Boo the Fool? I don't think so. I don't think so. So we got to talk about also how the Detroit area had the second highest viewership for the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, y'all, we making the news for all the wrong reasons. We're making the news for all the wrong reasons. This Stafford debate will never be over. I'm trying to tell y'all that. You might as well embrace it. You might as well embrace it, bro, because it's never going anywhere. Now they're saying, now the debate is Hall of Fame. It went from Super Bowl to Hall of Fame now. Roman says Brad sent Stafford to L.A. because it was the best offer. It makes sense to get a solid QB plus first rounders and a third. Thank you. And like was mentioned before, the NFL wanted that to happen. Beantown says, Grid, I think Stafford narrative won't last long. This was a nod to Stafford and nothing more. If Goff fails this year, what should the Lions do at the QB position? Well, Beantown, that's a great question. I agree that the narrative of Stafford will only go so far. As far as Goff is concerned, whether he fails or not, we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback that can come in and win games if Goff goes down. We also need a quarterback that can push Goff to be better. Because I don't care what you say. It ain't nobody that want another man behind them trying to come up and take their job. Tom Brady did it to Drew Bledsoe. Matthew Stafford never had that situation. He never had to deal with that. Nobody wants to see that. It will. I said this in the offseason. It will. I guarantee you, a quarterback that can threaten Jared Goff will make him a better quarterback. We need to draft a quarterback at the very latest next year. But here's the thing about that: Jared Goff is not guaranteed to be here in 2023. So if we wait, then we really hit. We really hit. Roaring says, I agree with James, and I see the Lions organization under the spotlight to perform and actually get organized. I already see it. What's up, Ace? Hi from America. It's 11:30 Wednesday. Okay, so you are on the West Coast, right? Because it's 2:35 where I'm at. I don't think I'm a big Bryce Young fan. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Bryce Young. Where do y'all think Bryce Young is going to go in the draft? Where do you think he's going to go? You think he's going to go? Because I'm telling you, we're not picking top 10 this year. That ain't happening. I'm going to put it out there. That's not happening. There's no way that the Detroit Lions are picking 5 years in the top 10. It's not going to happen. I don't care if it's number 11. Bryce Young going top 5. So let me get this straight. Y'all willing to be top 5 again, be in the top 10 for 5 years straight to get Bryce Young? I'll pass. Give me Jared Goff. Give me Jared Goff. I'm probably more of a Jared Goff supporter, the biggest Jared Goff support, bigger than I've ever been. Roman, we can't trade up, bro. Forget all that. We need to capitalize on the picks that we have. We already got 2 from Matthew Stafford. We got 2 first-round picks for 2 years. We can't blow that. We can't blow that. The way that these guys evaluate talent, we can get a guy who we don't have to trade up for. If you want to take Bryce Young, take Malik Willis. Why not? Let Malik stand under there, learn from Jared Goff, marinate. Take Malik Willis. Roman says we have the capital to trade up. Roman, I'm still waiting on you, big dog. Still waiting on that Miami, trying to launch that Miami channel, bro. The Steelers should go after Bryce. Steelers are going after, rumor has it, they want Malik Willis. You go from Big Ben, who is a board, look like a 2x4 out there, to Malik Willis. I'm messing with you, man. I mean, but kind of. Bryce going out, that's what I'm saying, Raw Detroit. Why do you think, that means we picking in the top 10. And no. I'll pass on that, bro. 100%. 100%. Now, I know y'all don't like Jared Goff. Some of y'all don't like Jared Goff. Jared Goff, my quarterback, bro. That's my quarterback. And I'm going to roll with JG as long as he's my quarterback. Do I think he needs some competition? Yes. Because Tim Boyle and David Blau, not it. David Blau probably won't even be on this team. Don't forget, Matt Patricia traded for David Blau as well. But Jared Goff, my quarterback, bro. I'd rather go down and root and welcome a team that lost the Super Bowl than root for Matthew Stafford. And it's over with, bro. He got it. It's over. It is what it is. It's time to let him go. It's time to let him go. But y'all think the Ford's going to take notice, and y'all think that this going to make them be better. I doubt it. What can be worse, ladies and gentlemen, than 0-16? This. Don't forget that Barry Sanders retired 20 years ago. Don't forget that Calvin Johnson retired 6 years ago. And we have had 4 consecutive top 10 picks. Roman says, I like Jared. I want him to be our future QB. I'm fine with that. Jared got potential. He showed it at the end of the season. But I think we can't do what we did for Matthew Stafford's entire tenure. We cannot just leave it up to one man. We have to get somebody who is capable of winning games, whether it's through the draft or free agency. Now, the draft is long-term. We're talking future. Beantown says, Grid, the Lions got to use all their picks. They need to build that team up from the foundation. You got to build it the right way. No shortcuts taken. That's exactly what I'm alluding to, Bobby. That's exactly what I mean. We're not going to trade up for Bryce Young. Why would we do that? Roman says we should trade a third for Ridley. Okay, what's up, Gibbler? Ridley wants to play. He has to want to play football. We don't even know if he's coming back yet. The man needed to get his mental health together. So we need to let Calvin Ridley decide what he wants to do. So he got to work that out first, Roman. You know what I'm saying? So I say that we go after somebody who wants to play football. Now, I don't think we're going after Allen Robinson. I think he's going to want too much. He's going to want too much. I think Christian Kirk is more along the lines of somebody we would go with. All right, so here's a topic that I saw from Fansided. It says is Jared Goff buying the Lions time on a quarterback decision? So this comes from Tom Pelissero. Said he spoke about Goff and the Lions. Goff's got a $15.5 million fully guaranteed roster bonus coming up next month. So barring something unseen, he's going to be on the team. I spoke to GM Brad Holmes last week. He said Goff played well the second half of the season, but he's got to show up, prove it, and compete in 2022. The Lions absolutely could add a quarterback, but having Goff affords them the ability to not chase a quarterback in the draft when the class isn't regarded as that strong. So for all my people out there, this confirms that we are in the market for a quarterback. I'm going to tell you, I'm not too keen on the quarterbacks coming out in free agency. Who do we have? Who do we have? Y'all say Teddy Bridgewater. I was very high on TB. Not anymore. Not anymore. Peter, what's up? Says, if you give Goff a solid, unbreakable pocket, it keeps him cool, and the man wins some games. Peter, I'm 100%. 100%. And I 100% agree with that. Because he showed he can do that. But the thing is, right here, we could take quarterback. We could take a quarterback, people. That person could be on his way. Now, I know yesterday I saw a mock draft that Sam Howell was drafted to the Lions. What's up, Jeff? James says, hey, you remember Kevin Hart telling Brady if he was the GOAT and so good, then I do remember that, to win a Super Bowl. I do remember that. Yeah, I don't think even Brady could bring that. Patty says Marcus Mariota, but before that, Jeffrey says trading up from 32 from Malik makes me nervous. I don't think they do that, Jeff. I don't think they do that, man. Because we need our picks. We cannot trade. We We need all the help we can get. If one thing this season showed y'all, we need all the help we can get. Roman, you got to be joking. Patty says Marcus Mariota. I know Micro Mike likes Marcus Mariota. I think he's solid as well. Somebody mentioned Jimmy G earlier. Jimmy G will be a starter, and I think that he is going to go to the Saints. That's what I think. I think the Saints are in the market for Jimmy G. Roman, that's got to be a joke, bro. That's got to be said. The Lions should sign Chase Daniel. Roman, stop it, bro. Oh, okay. I was about to say, you was about to make me go off, bro. You know I can't stand Chase McBurger, the biggest thief in the National Football League. Chris, what's up, man? Says trade back, please, Lions. Okay, Chris, what would you like to see? Are you talking about from number 2 or 32? Yeah, he used to work at McDonald's. They picked that brother up off the street, and he beat the Lions. Can't believe that, man. I think that was Matt Patricia's first year, I think. Patty says Jimmy G to Tampa. I can see that, too. Tampa is also open to Tom Brady coming back. James says Brad did good this year. I think he did well. He did well last year. I think I do too. And we have more picks. I showed you yesterday. We have 10 draft picks. We have 100 in the top. I'm sorry. We have 5 in the top 100. What's up? Rob says lurking to learn about the Lions. I appreciate that, Rob. Rob is a subscriber. Came in one of my game streams. I appreciate that, man. This is the direction of the channel. We're going to be doing game streams. We're going to be doing live streams. We about to turn this thing out, man. Phone calls, everything. I got a segment coming up at the end of the show. We're going to spend 10 minutes on 3 topics. Mr. Safety, Dan Orlasky. I love that. Yeah. You ever notice that the wackest quarterbacks got the biggest mouths? Him, Chris Sims, Brian Greasy. What's the dude named? Butt fumble guy? Mark Sanchez. All these guys got the biggest mouth. Chris says 32 about the perfect cap draft, small spot contract, and you still get 5th-year option. Okay, so you're talking about trade back, period. Okay, Chris, well, give me a scenario, man. You got to give me a scenario. David Carr? Yeah, but the David Carr, man, you put that brother in the wackest situation. What he like the most sack quarterback in the league or something like that? That first year, you put that brother on an expansion team, and he was destined to fail. Okay, Chris says to anywhere in the top 15 this draft. D. Reese, what's up, big dog? Beantown says, bro, you know me, Grid. I'm going to tell you this. If Brady comes out of retirement, I'm going to be irritated if he pulls a Brett Favre. Well, he didn't post that for no reason. Don't be surprised if he comes out. Okay, Chris says to anywhere in the top 15. But what are we getting back in return? Roman says, Grid, I know this will never happen, but if the Lions trade for Jordan Love and Aaron gets an extension, that would be the worst trade in NFL history. I don't want nothing to do with that man. No, I don't want that to happen. Okay, Chris says anyone who bites, this team needs bodies who aren't 80% of the time D-line. Mark Oram is in the building, says Thibodeau at number 2. Mark Oram has his own YouTube channel, goes live as well, makes Detroit Lions content, some Tigers content, and he loves him some KT. Hey, D. Reese is a chef. Hey, hook me up, bro. I'm about to hire you like Brandon Marshall, but I ain't going to turn on you. Shout out to the Pivot Podcast, man. Check it out. Pivot Podcast is where it's at. No doubt. Brady to San Francisco. I think Aaron Rodgers going to San Fran. That's what I think. San Fran is, to me, in my opinion, it's either Tennessee or San Francisco that he goes. They got I know Denver. We heard a lot today that Denver is really pushing for a trade for Aaron Rodgers. I just don't think he goes. Craig says, y'all think Rodgers is going to retire too. I'm on the fence about that. Roman, are you trolling me right now, Roman? We don't want Jacoby Brissett, bro. No. Give me P.J. Walker before I take Jacoby Brissett. Well, we got to, we got a responsibility, y'all. We got a responsibility as YouTubers. The media is starting to feel threatened because we're not only fans, but we keep it 100. And that's what we do, right? So we gotta shoot down these narratives that they pushing out. That whole Kyler Murray thing, stop it. Get some help. He's not coming here. Now I'm hearing a lot of talk about Kyle Hamilton at 2. How y'all feeling about that? I don't like it. I don't want him at 2. Do I take him? Yeah, but I don't want him at 2. Patty says, I have Rodgers to Denver. I don't know, man. Rodgers wants to win. I've been talking to this about Mark. I don't think Denver is set up to win. Let's take Matthew Stafford. The Rams were set up to win. Denver is not set up to win. Grit, what are your top 5 needs for the Lions this offseason? Very good question. Let me see. Backup quarterback that's capable of winning games. If you mean like positions, we need an edge rusher. We need a linebacker. We need a wide receiver. We need a safety. And we need a quarterback. No to Hamilton at 2, but I'll live with it. See, we talked about this yesterday. My issue with taking Hamilton at 2 is that Hamilton plays in the third level of defense. I know he comes up. I know he's all of that. But he plays at the third level. So if he making plays, then we got a problem. I mean, let's be real. If he making plays, I would rather the defensive line create Hamilton's opportunities more than I want to see Hamilton create his own opportunities. Would you take Brady? No, I actually wouldn't. Let Brady stay where he is. I would not take. I don't want to do it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not taking Tom Brady. Tom Brady is who he is. I don't. His time is not on our team. Grits, it's insane. Minshew only went for a 6. Should we have traded for him? Gardner is better than Tim Boyle and David Blau, that's for sure. Claus, what's up, man? Says, I take Kayvon at 2. Hutchinson fits in the 4-3 scheme. Well, you ain't the only one. I don't want Kayvon Thibodeau, but if he comes, it is what it is. I got to trust the Detroit Lions that they're going to make the right decision. Who fits in the 4-3 scheme. He likes to stand up. Did y'all see that too? He said he wants to stand up. Patty says, edge, wide receiver, safety, linebacker, then QB. I would probably, you know what? That's a good, I like that order. But if Jared Goff go down, we ain't winning no games. No games. Tim Boyle, I don't know what he doing out there. And David Blau was not dressed half the year. Appreciate it, Vash. I seen that as well. Let's see how the draft goes. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited, man. We have 10 draft picks, 5 in the top 100. We have the opportunity to make a bunch of noise this offseason. Now, I wonder, is there any big name receivers that you think could come to the Detroit Lions? I'm laughing because I saw yesterday that the NFL has the Detroit Lions power rankings as 28th. And I thought I'm like, hey, 28. 28, I take that. Because we was probably 31, 32 last year. So that's a step up. But we already going downhill, y'all. Vegas got us pegged last to win the Super Bowl or make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, we are dead last. You're talking about below the Jacksonville Jaguars here. And I think that's a little disrespectful. I think that's a lot disrespectful. Grid, do you think we can win a chip with Goff? I do. I absolutely do. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of biased to this situation because y'all know how I feel when it comes to NFL narrative. And I'm biased to it, man. I feel like I don't know, man. This whole Stafford thing got me so shook that I said, you know what? It's time to bring a show back. It's time to bring a show back because I'm tired of this narrative. I'm sick of this whole thing. If I'm Jared Goff, though, I'm feeling some type of way. And I'm bringing everything I got. I'm telling my girlfriend we ain't going nowhere. We staying here. You know what? If as long as they want me, I'm here. I want to help this city win. I know we didn't particularly set Stafford up every single year to win. And when we did win, when we were winning, the NFL got in our way. I don't think we can win a ring with Goff, maybe a playoff game. Okay, well, let's talk about it. Who do we win a ring with? We didn't do it with number 9. So go ahead, put it out there. And I ain't trying to be funny, man. I want to chop it up. I want to talk about it. Yeah, is that I think that's Jermaine Johnson, Chris. Raw Detroit talks about him as well. Hey, let's win a playoff game. Hey, let's win 7 games, something we haven't done since Jim Caldwell. So let's win 7 games, y'all. Let's do it. Last time we won 7 games was Jim Caldwell's last year. Kelly got Stafford. Yeah. It was on. What's up, Elaine? What's going on? Elaine, follow me on Twitter, I suppose, and she is here today. She says, I think we could. I think we can too. Yeah, but if you missed it, there was an interview pregame where Kelly spoke for Matthew and said if it was up to Matthew, he would have never left. I had to tell him it's okay. It's okay. Hyundai says Kelly wears the pants in that relationship. Well, we all wear pants, so it's not my wife, that's his. I will plead the fifth. I'm not going to talk about that. But I think we all wear pants. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say about that. I want to win a championship with Goff. Goff has been discarded, and now he really – let's talk. We talking about us. Let's talk about Jared Goff real quick. If you Jared Goff, how you feeling right now? Now, listen. You got a lot of things working in your favor. You paid. You play for the NFL. You got a very nice offseason, if you know what I mean. Chilling in all these sunny places, supermodel girlfriend. So you good. You good to go, but you got to win. You got to win here. Okay? If you Jared Goff, how you feeling right now? And I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm Jared Goff, I'm feeling worse than Matthew Stafford ever felt. Ever felt. I don't care. You was drafted to an 0-16 team. I don't care. You got to the Super Bowl in 2018. You got thrown away for a bag of better-made potato chips. Better made, not the good kind, the salty kind that comes straight from the factory, the barbecue kind with all the barbecue salt on them that you can't even eat. If I'm Goff, I'm mad. Chris says Stafford, a millionaire, has 3 kids. FOC says Kelly is the one with the pants. Well, excuse you, Chris. He has 4. He has 4 children. He has 4 girls. So, yeah. That might have been why he got out of Michigan in the first, because, hey, the FOC in Michigan ain't no Joe, yo. Hey, ask your boy. I already know. The FOC in Michigan don't play around. You heard me? They say it's about the kids, but I don't know. I disagree. Chris, come on. Stupid. I have a chip on my shoulder, says Claus, and live with the hashtag Detroit versus everybody. And that's what I was saying. If I am Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, I talked about this before. Y'all was like, why would you do that? You know what we do? Jared Goff, get off the private jet. We pick him up, okay? Pick him up in, I don't know, maybe a Chevrolet. We pick him up in a Ford. We can't pick him up in nothing else but a Ford, right? We get him in the F-150, a nice tall boy. You know what we do? We hop on 94, and we go straight down. Straight down. We drive. You know where we come up at? Gratiot. We come up at Gratiot. We just drive down Gratiot. I show them, this is what you plan for. This is what you plan for. We literally start on Gratiot and we drive all the way downtown. We start in a nice area and we drive all the way downtown to Ford Field. And I show you, this is who you plan for. I want him to embrace this city immediately. Beantown says, Grid, the Stafford Super Bowl win is a huge slap in Goff's face. Oh, it's more than that. It's more than that, bro. It's one of these right here.
Hadouken, Toryuken, Tatsunashi Senpuken, Yoga, Fire, Yoga, Flame.
That's what that is. Continue. That's what that is. They showed down 800. Well, we're going to have a separate show for that, James. We're going to have a separate show. I'll just keep it 100. So they got a 5-kid limit, okay? Once you get to 5 kids in Michigan, it's a cap because, you know, if they do it after that, you can't eat. You ain't going to have no money. And they charge you based on the system and per kid. So for about 3 kids, if you on an average salary, y'all going to be paying about $1,300. Okay, I'm just saying. No offense to the ladies we got behind the scenes watching, but you're going to pay about $13. Let's say you making $27 an hour, you're going to pay about $1,300. But when you get to child number 6, it caps off because they can't, they got to let you eat. The world is struggling right now. You go to Meijer, you try to find some ramen, you can't find no ramen. I'm talking about the top ramen, you can't find nothing. So they got to let your brother eat. So they got to leave you 20 cents to eat. You know what I'm saying? Elaine says, I think this is going to motivate not only Jared, but the team too. I think so. Goff said he was happy for Stafford before he won. Said he was happy for him. I don't think Goff is a hater. But if I'm JG, I'm feeling some type of way. How did Rams cheating after OBJ got hurt? Goff would not have won in LA. It was getting bad for him. Let Goff try to make this place his home. Oh, hey, Claus, don't worry about that. That's one of our topics. Don't worry about that. We about to get into that real soon. I got 3 topics that I want to talk about that are non-related to the Detroit Lions, but we're going to get into that real soon. But here's what I feel like the Detroit Lions are going to do. Top 3 picks. I think we take the edge. I think we take a wide receiver. And I'm on the fence about quarterback and safety. I'm on the fence. We got to get past free agency first. Let me ask y'all a question. If you are the Detroit Lions today, do you extend Jared Goff? Because the Lions can walk away from him after this season. Okay, Claus says, I think we get Allen Robinson. Now, I've talked about him before. The issue with Allen Robinson is his potential payday. Sports Track? One of these websites have him, okay, as projected $17 million as well. $17 million per year. So, I don't know. Do you pay $17 million a year for Allen Robinson? Put that in perspective. Khalif Raymond got $949,000, somewhere around there. It was under $1 million. Any news on Aubrey Pleasant? As of right now, Claus, I have not heard anything. I don't think he's going anywhere. I do know Minnesota has already, I think, had the press conference with their new coach. So, yeah. So far, I have not. Who would you rather have, Jared Goff or Carson Wentz? Goff all day long. I actually said that last year before the trade even happened. I said, give me Goff any day. Carson, you already know who Carson is. Carson whack. I'm taking Jared Goff any day. All day. That's facts. Honey says, I'll wait until after this year. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. But we shall see. We shall see. So my thing is, if you're the Lions in the chat, who are you taking with the first 3 picks? What's up, Ken? What's up, TY? I gotta get some stuff off my chest, man. So the show is back. Baker is horrid. That's facts. They will not pick up his option. I don't think they did. I have a feeling they can move on from Baker. I really do. Okay, Q says edge. I'm guessing in this order: edge, safety, lineman. Or you mean linebacker? Which one? Is it supposed to be LB or lineman? QB and CD. Carson could not get to the playoffs with a good catch, good coach, good defense, and running. Yeah, they already said that they're not sold on Goff. I mean, Carson Wentz. They're not sold on him at all. At all. So for me, first 3 picks in this order, honestly, it's tough. The number 2 pick, that 32nd pick is tough because I think we could get a stud there. We can get a Lamar Jackson, even though I'm not very fond of his QB skills. I think we could get somebody like Lamar Jackson. Let's not sleep on the people who drafted 32nd overall. What's up? Dwayne is in the building. Claus says first 3 picks I get defensive end, wide receiver, safety / linebacker. Okay, so when are you taking a quarterback? Is anybody in this draft taking a quarterback in the first 3 rounds? And if you have the guy that you want, you can put it in chat as well. Oh, that was C. That looked like C. Hold on. Let me look back at that, man. No, that's a D, big homie. That's a D. That says CD, man. It literally, go back up and look at it, Q. It says CD. Okay, Jeff is in the house. Says first 3 picks, edge rusher, linebacker, receiver. Okay, so are you taking Kayvon Thibodeau or Aiden Hutchinson? Y'all know who I want already. Oak says get safety Marcus Williams. In free agency, re-sign Tracy Walker, draft edge, wide receiver, linebacker. In that order. So with pick 34, we're taking a linebacker. That's what you're saying. At pick number 34. Okay, Jeff. We got 1 Hutch, 1 Tibbs. What's up, Nick? What's up, man? It's back, baby. It is back. My videos will probably go on Detroit Lions Syndicate. We almost at 1,000 over there. My live streams will go over here. The post-game show next year will probably go on Syndicate. So we'll probably have 1 live stream tops a week. Hanson family, what's going on? Oh, it's all good. It's all good, Sergey. Okay. So Chris says, this draft, there is no player I want top 5 pick. Wow. So Chris, that's why Chris wants to trade out. Okay, Chris, you said anywhere in the top 15. You got to give me an actual team. Give me an actual scenario. So right now we got two Thibodeaus and 1 Hutch. Y'all know who I want, man. I want Aiden Hutchinson, bro. I just feel like the motor is higher. I feel like I know we run the 3-4 and all that stuff. But I got a better feeling about Aiden than I do Thibodeau. Yes, yeah. So this is what's happening. For day one will be on this channel. Okay, so I got day 1. This is the first year that I've hosted day 1 since I've been doing this. And I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, Micro Mike is going to have day 2, which is going to be rounds 2 and 3. And then Mark, if you're still in here, I think Mark is going to take day 3. And this year won't be so bad because we got quite a few picks. We got quite a few picks for throughout the draft. So I want to say we have 2 day 1. Then we have, man, quite a bit day 2, man. Okay, Chris says any player top 5 this year is 9 to 20 last year and even less the 2 years before. Wow. Okay, so we got another Thibodeau. Would you trade 2 and 32 to Philly for 15, 16, and 51? 15, 16, and 51. I'm going to say no. Okay, so you could probably get Drake London if you did that. That's tough. Because the more I'm looking at it. Okay, so Hamilton's gone, Thibodeau's gone, Hutch is gone. They're gone. But potentially, Dean could be there. London could be there. But if you're trying to get a quarterback, that ain't going to happen. Wow, that's tough, bro. But you know what? I stay to where I am. I wouldn't move from 2 unless it's for a player. Hey, Q, I appreciate that, man. 2, you get in potential. Yes. Yeah, I'm staying there. Rick says, longtime follower, first time chatting, love your content, and I'm a Chicago Bears fan. Lions got to take DE from Michigan. Appreciate that, Rick, and appreciate you finally coming out the shadows, my friend. I appreciate that, man. Try to give to everybody. Trade to Giants for 5th pick in their 2nd round next year. See, that's not enough for me, Patty. That's not enough, man. Elaine says, I feel like getting a QB would be a waste of a pick. Okay, so if we don't draft a QB, who do we have to help win games? Because we do not have that person on the roster right now, outside of Jared Goff. Tibbs, Ayton don't want either. The Florida kid and Georgia DE and defensive tackle, you're going to get more out of a lot sooner. Okay, you're talking about Jermaine Johnson. Now, here's the thing about Jermaine. Jermaine Johnson could go in the bottom at the end of the 1st round, but this is what I was saying about y'all rooting for Stafford. If you root for Stafford, this is what you're going to get. Okay? So the better he did, let's say when he first got in the playoffs, they are 20 or they're 21 at this point. When they first got in the playoffs, they're like 19, right? If, let's say they got in the playoffs and they were the, I don't know, first team bounce and whatever other formula you need for them to be the 19th pick, you would have had your pick of the litter, bro. See, him winning the Super Bowl did us a disservice. I don't care what you feel. You walking around with your Detroit Rams shirt on, okay? You got your little chocolate mold of the Lombardi Trophy, or you went up to the trophy shop and got you one built, and you put Stafford did it for Detroit. You have missed out on a plethora of picks that would have helped this team. Malik Willis, gone. Drake London, gone. If you wanted Jamison Williams, gone. Jermaine Johnson, probably gone. Chris Olave, gone. All of them guys are gone. Okay, yeah, it's Stafford came. If Stafford came back at some point, what would your reaction be, Greg? That's actually a good question. I got that a lot during my streams. I'd be conflicted. I would have to root for him because he's my quarterback. But I look at it as me marrying my ex-wife. I don't know how people do that, but, some people do it. They live happily ever after. I don't know. I feel like he done went off, ventured the world. He done seen the world, and now he wants to come back home. So, for me, that's tough. That whole Cleveland, this is for you. I'm not feeling that, bro. LeBron James had 2 rings by the time he came back and Cleveland, this is for you. Now, granted, he was there for 7 years. He couldn't do it all by himself. I understand that. I do understand that. So that's tough for me. But I don't think we'll ever have to worry about that. I think worst case scenario, Stafford comes back for a day, retires a Lion. Matthew Stafford did it for Matthew Stafford. People are so delusional. That's because we have nothing, Elaine. We have nothing to root for, nothing to hope for. Somebody told me yesterday, I saw this on an article. So, Stafford went to a Disneyland. Him, Aaron Donald, and Cooper Kupp. They go to Disneyland. And they're trying to bring this back to Detroit. Okay? So Stafford sees a guy in the audience wearing a Stafford jersey from Detroit, and he points at his heart. He didn't point. Okay, I can't deal with this. Kelly, I meant Matt, isn't coming back to Detroit. I feel like those players firing shots. Wait a minute. Who fires shots at us, man? What's up, Ben Diesel? Says Stafford coming back in 2023 when our team is ready and make a. Don't do that. Don't do that, Ben Diesel. Let's not do that, bro. I can't. I can't do that, bro. I cannot do that. Y'all okay with that? No. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Because if he wanted to be here, he would have been here through Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. Yeah, I'm fine. Overhyped because of off. Oh wait, hold on, I missed something. The more and more I look at it, the Notre Dame safety, aka Kyle Hamilton, 90% of them balls he's snagging were from lame duck throws and QBs who were not looking him off, and we'll see them in the NFL as a true athlete, but not top 7. Hey, Chris, you treading on shaky ground, man. People will rip you up over Kyle Hamilton. Elaine says, I saw the video. Wow, Darius Slay was on a podcast saying Detroit was a dumpster fire. Well, ain't that about a trip? Wow, okay. Because Slay is an all-star. I forgot about that. Slay's nickname is Shake and Bake Ricky Bobby. Yeah, he had a good year. But he wasn't Darrelle Revis now. Come on. Yep, and y'all okay with that. That's what I'm saying. Detroit Rams, y'all okay. This is how they talk about our city, bro. Nick says, Stafford didn't want to be here anymore. We need to move on and stop saying having Stockholm Syndrome. That's facts. But I'm telling you, Nick, we're never going to move on. He is Bobby Lane. He's just in color. Bobby Lane was in black and white. This guy's in color. We never will move on. I'm trying to tell you. I told you yesterday, your kids, and their kids are going to have to deal with this. I think we should take Kenny Pickett. Wait, is Pickett small hands? Is Pickett small hands or is that somebody else? Sergey says, hey, Greg, question. Do you think it's controversial later in the season you think they could bring that Stafford trade up? The Stafford trade is never, ever going anywhere. That's what y'all don't realize. It's never leaving. So you might as well get comfortable in your little chair, in your little Stafford snuggly, because it's never going anywhere. Elaine says, we just need to forget about him and get behind the guys who actually play for our team. Facts. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said if I'm Goff, I'm feeling some type of way. Chris says, they tried to rip me up. I don't know who they is, Chris. You got to say names in this chat because we don't shy away from nothing here. They ripped me up over Okuda, and now when I tried to point out Patricia's defense, sending 2 and dropping 9 all the time for half a season, till they saw it, LOL, I don't care. Says, but so is Goff. 406, what you talking about? Yeah, Elaine is a G, man. She popped up on Twitter and was talking about how sad it was for the whole Detroit Rams thing. So for me, Goff is my QB. To say I'm over it would be untrue. What Kenny Pickett said, he's double jointed or something like that. So his hands are small, or I forgot what he said, but whatever. Here's what I think we do. I think we take, but like I said, before we go forward, and we about to conclude with our NFL around the league segment. Before we go forward, you rooting for Matthew Stafford, this is what it got you. You missed out on playmakers. No Treylon Burks. No Malik Willis. No Jamison Williams. No Jermaine II. No Chris Olave. None of those guys. You are stuck with 32. Do we get a Lamar Jackson? Do we get a Clyde Edwards? Do we get those guys? Lamar Jackson was an MVP of the league. That's all facts. So it ain't lost. Hey, Claus says if you weren't happy with Patricia, we get it, but don't fire shots at our city or team. Hey, Claus, why not? Fire all you want, bro. Because guess what? We're supporting the Detroit Rams. So go ahead, fire away. Fire away. What's up, Hatters? He says there's plenty of talent available at 32. Look at how many players we've hit on in later rounds. That's true. But what I'm saying is that if you wanted Drake London, if you wanted any of those guys, you can't get them. Is what I'm saying. What's up, James? Chris Olot says LOL just about everyone. Well, it wasn't me. Because I told y'all that Jeffrey Okuda was nicknamed Jeffrey O'Busta. He got 1 year. Oh, yeah, I know. I know, Claus. I'm razzing you up, bro. No, I like him. He playing for us. And now we going in a different direction. This is for my kids. Mm-hmm. I feel you there. Brad Holmes wants someone. I have a feeling he will trade up to get him. That's the one thing I'm hoping he doesn't do. What's up, Aaron? That's the one thing I'm hoping he doesn't do. Because we can't afford him to do that. We cannot afford him to do that. So I hope he doesn't. But this is what we're going to do, y'all. I got 3 topics I looked at yesterday, and I want to chop it up. And since we're talking about this, then we are going to start off with this. Now, if you want to talk Detroit Lions, whatever you want to talk about, that's fine. We're going to try and make this Monday through Friday, man. We're going to see him with free agency popping up and all that stuff. We'll have more stuff to talk about. This is what I wanted to do. Phone calls, all that stuff. And the show going to get better as we go along. But we're going to start with this as we go into as soon as I find this thing right here, around the NFL. Now, we're going to start this. Welcome to the NFL, around the NFL segment. I'm going to take these videos. I'm going to put these videos onto Detroit or the Sports Syndicate. So, welcome to Around the NFL. We're on the subject of Matthew Stafford and a certain quarterback who barely played last year is not happy about Stafford's talk about the Hall of Fame. Okay? And I want your opinion in the chat. Is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer now that he won the Super Bowl? I'll ask it again. Do you think that Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Famer now that he won the Super Bowl? Now, Richard Sherman's argument is that anybody can go to the Super Bowl. Anyone can go to the Hall of Fame. All right? And I would like to bring in something, and I want you to tell me if you agree with this. So Aaron says absolutely. We have no, not yet, not yet. No, this is a real conversation, ladies and gentlemen, that Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Famer. Okay? Now, I've seen that if he got the Super Bowl champion and the MVP, which I don't understand why that matters, then that would have solidified his place in the Hall of Fame. So I'm Perry says no, he never was. Edwin says no, not yet. So it seems like even Kenneth says with a second Super Bowl win, I'd say yes, as is no. This is how we are, y'all. This is how we are. We're talking about Stafford being in the Hall of Fame. Elaine says, has he ever had a history of losing and he didn't really even play very good during the Super Bowl? So that's facts. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he didn't win MVP. He threw, what was it, 2 interceptions? And if you want to be honest, you know what he was? He was serviceable. His team won him that game. He's also clutch. I will say this. Stafford does his best work with his back against the wall. He's very similar to me. I work really, really well when my back's up against the wall. I do my best work. I will give him that. Stafford being clutch is an actual thing. But we're talking about Hall of Fame, y'all. And Richard Sherman's argument is anyone gets into the Hall of Fame nowadays. All right, so I want to play for you something from Jason McIntyre, who I guess has a podcast called Straight Fire. It's on apple.com. I want to play this for you, and you tell me what you think of his thoughts.
I'm going to name somebody for you who was not on the All-Decade team, who has never been an All-Pro, who has never been an MVP, and has never been the MVP of a Super Bowl. He's got a bunch of Pro Bowls to his name. That quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger. He's never been the best quarterback in any year he played. Is Ben Roethlisberger not worthy of the Hall of Fame? He has 2 Super Bowl rings. He was not the Super Bowl MVP in either of them. He's never been an all-pro quarterback. But because Richard Sherman thinks all-pro is so important, here are a couple guys who made all-pro during Matt Stafford's era, 29 to 2022. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. Common thread there are Rodgers and Brady are 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the history of the game. Peyton probably is in there, and Drew Brees is top 10. Patrick Mahomes trending that way, but he's got a long way to go. Like, how is Stafford going to crack that list?
So, as you can see, Jason actually made Richard's point. Everybody he named in there is a stud. Everyone. In the company, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, who just got started, Drew Brees. Can we bring it down a level? Yeah. Yeah, Lane. The media keeps putting him in the same stance as Tom because the Hall of Fame qualifications are minute, apparently. And Richard Sherman, who is not a Hall of Famer, by the way, in my opinion, is saying, hey, neither is Matthew Stafford. Y'all got to chill out with this. So, in your opinion, again, Matthew Stafford looks like most of the chat said is not a Hall of Famer. Let's be honest, y'all. They put who they want in the Hall of Fame, and that is Richard's point. They put who they want in the Hall of Fame. Joe Flacco, no. Brad Johnson, no. Trent Dilfer, no. Patty says Hall of Fame watered down. That's all facts. All I'm saying is if Russell Wilson, a Hall of Famer, isn't a Hall of... All I'm saying is if Russell Wilson, a Hall of Famer, neither is Matthew Stafford. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Cup and Johnson are record breakers with Stafford. Come on, man. That's, you know what? Yeah, it's Matt. I can't. I feel like you're doing Calvin Johnson a disservice to say that type of stuff. I could have thrown to Calvin Johnson. Like, did you see the balls that Matthew Stafford was throwing to Calvin Johnson? You know what Jamar Chase said about what Joe Burrow said about Jamar Chase? Throw it up there. That's what he said. Throw it up there. He's going to get it. Matthew Stafford said, throw it up there. So I could have said, throw it up there. So we gotta, I hate when people do that, man. They take away from Calvin by saying that he's in the Hall of Fame because he played with Matthew Stafford. Come on, man. I got to disagree with that. This man that won a Super Bowl tied for picks with Trevor Lawrence, a rookie quarterback on the worst team in the National Football League. So again, his team bailed him out. And that's not hate, y'all. That's not hate. That's truth. Matthew Stafford's team bailed him out. Now, we're going to go to another subject here. Do you think, and we talked about this yesterday, do you think that Jamar Chase was the right pick for the Cincinnati Bengals? I spoke my truth yesterday. I don't think he is. I don't think he is the right pick. I'm not a Bengals fan, but I don't think he was the right pick. Joshua says yes. Do you think that Jamar Chase was the right pick for the Cincinnati Bengals? There's a picture that I showed yesterday. Do you know how many times Joe Burrow was sacked last year? Over 50 times. Kid says, yeah, he was. They got to the bowl, but they needed to bulk up that E-line. That D-line got exposed. Tennessee sacked him 9 times, actually. Barely made it out of the game. They got to the Super Bowl, so yeah. They got to the Super Bowl and we got sued. So yes. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, Elaine says, I think he was. Honestly, I don't think they expected to make the Super Bowl that fast, but it's really hard to say. It could go either way. I like Elaine. Elaine got some knowledge. I like that. Nothing like a lady who knows her football. Do you think it was the right pick? Now, I'm going to go out and I'm going to say no. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let the bishop tell you. No. Now, I know y'all going to feel some type of way. But I don't think he was the right pick. You got to the Super Bowl. That's the argument. Is without Chase, you don't make it to the Super Bowl. And that's facts. Okay? But you got there and you lost. All right? The guy we just talked about was the right. I don't want to go back because this is a different segment. But we brought up Matthew Stafford. The Rams sold out for Matthew Stafford. It paid off. They won the trade. Period. That's why they traded for Matthew Stafford. They won the trade. He got there. Meaning the Cincinnati Bengals made it to the Super Bowl, but when they got there, they couldn't do anything in the game when it counted. Now, that same guy that they picked was wide open. I showed the photo yesterday. I'm going to go back to my Twitter. Shout out to Nick, who sent me this picture yesterday, and I think I bookmarked it. Because I want y'all to see this. And you tell me if you think Jamar Chase was the right pick. I'm going to say no. And that's just how I feel. Because you got there, but when you needed to when you needed to be protected, you couldn't do anything. Okay? Let me bring this in real quick. And y'all, maybe. I'm not trying to convince you of whether he was the right pick or not. I don't think he was. So we're gonna bring this in. Well, obviously I can't. I got to unhide this thing here. Well, there's a photo going around the internet. Just look it up. Yeah, Aaron Donald is a beast. He is a beast. And not everybody can stop him. That's one of the reasons we lost the game against the Rams, Aaron Donald. But check this out. Joe Burrow has a knee sprain. You hear what I said? He got a knee sprain that will not require surgery. You know when that happened? During that game. Patty says Joe Burrow knee got hurt because of an offensive line. Burrow endured this year. Obviously, Bengals' number one priority is an O-line, which they will fix. And once it gets fixed, who will still be on the team? Chase. True. But there's no guarantee that this team makes it back to the Super Bowl. See, everybody's, oh, yeah, they can get back. Oh, yeah, they can get back. I saw a stat today about the Super Bowl hangover. On the NFC side, when was the last team that went back to the Super Bowl? Rams took them 5 years to get back, right? So you get Jamar Chase, you might not get there. You don't have Jamar Chase, your quarterback is folded in half. Folded in half. So which one would you prefer? A big play, splashy new toy, or to keep your quarterback from having a sprained knee that doesn't need surgery? Let's not forget that offensive line was trash when they drafted Joe Burrow, cost him his knee and his season. Got them Jamar Chase, or the 5th pick. They went flashy new toy, and look what happened. So for me, I'm going to say no, because you got to protect your quarterback. Adding one good player doesn't fix an O-line, a bad O-line. That's facts. 100% facts. At the same time, it sure does help. Sure does help. Penei Sewell handled Bosa, Donald. He was there. That same guy who caused that play on Joe Burrow was blocked by our tackle. I'm just saying. I'll leave you with that. And we'll move on to the last topic of the day from around the NFL. I wanted to keep this about football. But sometimes you gotta talk about what happens off the field too. Because this player is still an active player in the NFL. And I want y'all to be careful in the chat how you respond to this. Because this can be a touchy subject. But it kind of hurt my heart to see this. And I'm going to talk about it because that's what we do. Running back, future Hall of Famer, Adrian Peterson was arrested a couple days ago. Okay? On felony assault charges. Adrian Peterson was arrested a few days ago on felony assault charges. And I'm disappointed. Him and his wife were boarding a plane. They had to call the cops. He got taken to jail and booked on felony assault charges. DA already dropped the charges. That's good. I didn't know that. But how do y'all feel about this is the question. I think it was unwarranted. Do you think that Adrian Peterson will play in the National Football League? So him and his wife got into a little verbal argument. They say they got physical, and he took the ring off her finger. So that's the situation. This is from Adrian's mouth. Him and his wife were having a verbal altercation. Got a little touchy. He took the ring off her finger. I guess it was forceful. He didn't. His wife came to his defense and said, "Hey, this is y'all blowing this out of proportion." Okay? That's what his wife said. But they took the brother to that. And so I'm wondering, will he ever play again? Now, we could get into why he went to jail, because that's something that's obvious to me. But I'm not sure if he ever plays again. Kid says, no, he done. Elaine says it's disappointing, but sadly, he has some kind of history being physical from what I remember. Yeah. But I think those charges were overblown as well. AP hasn't had much left in the tank. He needs to retire and live happily ever after. I mean, he ran for 600 yards on our team, didn't he? Last year. And he was upper 30s. Now, I feel like that there's a possibility it could go either way. He played for the Seahawks and Titans, and at the end of the season, I think he was on the Seahawks, and that brother wasn't even dressed. Elaine says, I don't think he's going to play just because he's older, not necessarily because it is. And I agree with that. I think this might be the proverbial icing on the cake where they're like, you know what, AP, you pushing 40. It's time to move on. We got just, and they didn't even use him. He played a little bit in Tennessee. I thought he was really had a home there. And then they cut him. They waived him. And then Seattle picks him up, and he doesn't even do anything. Chris says, I think AP sort of over the hill, and it's just a name now. I think he got 1 million kids, so he's trying to keep his head above water. We don't know the extent, and his wife defended him too. When you have an altercation at the airport, you'll be charged with a felony because it's federal grounds. Well, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Matt says, as a Seattle fan, I got to say it was weird having him on the team that late in the season. We were really reaching for something there. Well, Matt, I mean, that's how, if you're trying to win, that's what you do. You got to reach, bro. I mean, look at what happened with the Rams. They reached for the stars and caught the moon. So ain't nothing wrong with reaching. Maybe he'll play in USFL. Maybe. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But listen, y'all have been awesome. We're going to wrap this thing up. My goal is to be on every day, Monday through Friday. I got to make my video for Detroit Lions Syndicate, so make sure you guys check that out. I'm excited about the future of this show, this channel, those channels, the syndicate of channels. Shout out to Troxel Sports Talk. I saw you. I just wanted to stay focused on the subject and not go back. You already know. AP will become a Dancing with the Stars. I thought he was already on Dancing with the Stars. He wasn't on there before? Yeah, but that's the world we live in, y'all. That's the world we live in. You gotta walk on eggshells. You gotta be careful. Everything you do, man. Everything you do, you have got to be careful. But while I can still play this song, I'm gonna play this song because this song, I had never heard it before. And after I heard it, I was like, this song really, really hits home. Hits home, man. So everybody, all my Detroit Lions fans, man, keep being you. Keep rooting for your team. I am not okay with pulling for Stafford, but that's just my opinion. That doesn't have to be yours. At the end of the day, we are human beings. We have our feelings. And if you think about it, sports is meant to do this to us. It's meant to do. If you ever sit back and you think about it, we're all brainwashed. We are all brainwashed into liking a specific team that of guys that we don't even know. But it's what they represent, which is the issue that I had with the Matthew Stafford trade. It's what the trade represented. I knew the kickback it was going to have on my city. And I don't think a lot of y'all know what's coming our way. It's going to be a mess. But out of that, I think that we are going to rise, and eventually we're going to be the ones that are in the limelight for the right reasons, without the nonsense of Detroit Rams. So with that being said, you guys have a great day. Be the best at whatever you do. Be safe, and I'll see you next time.
Off the neighbors, whether home, gone, or imported. We feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Oh. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get you back on the feet. Yeah.